Habit is when you've done something so many times that your body now knows how to do it better than your conscious mind. The greatest habit we have to break is the habit of being ourselves. If you keep thinking the same way, if you keep making the same choices, if you keep doing the same things, if you keep reproducing the same experiences and feeling the same emotions, your biology begins to become programmed. So in order to change something, to arrive at a new vision of your future, you'd have to change something about yourself in order to get there. And you'd have to change the way you think, the way you act, and the way you feel. There's two times when the door to the subconscious mind opens up. When you wake up in the morning, when you go to bed at night. And one of the important elements of meditation is to get beyond the analytical mind. And what separates the conscious mind from the subconscious mind is the analytical mind. So 5%, as we said, is our conscious mind, 95% is programmed subconsciously. And if you're going to try to change yourself with your conscious mind, you're outside the operating system. Learn how to change your brain waves, slow them down, get beyond the analytical mind, and enter the operating system where you can rewrite a program. And then once you can slow your brain waves down and you're more suggestible to what you're thinking, now you can reprogram. You can't do it with your conscious mind. It's important for us to, in the morning or the evening, instead of reaching for our cell phone as the first thing, as a habit that we do, before you start that, sitting there in silence, aware of nothing but you. And you said, okay, what is the greatest expression of myself I can be today? Rehearse a change I want to make in a certain circumstance. Let me think about how I do want to feel today. Let me open my heart to life again. Let me feel kindness and care and love and gratitude and appreciation. Let me just bring up that feeling. Let me feel it with my heart. Let me keep bringing it up so I can bring it up enough times. I want to get so good at bringing up this feeling with my eyes closed, I can do it with my eyes open. We discovered that if you keep doing that every day, somehow you'll arrive at that destiny, and your biology will literally begin to change to look like you're living in a different life. Most people then, they have that vision of the future, but they give up on that vision because in order for them to arrive at that vision, they have to do something. They have to think differently. They have to act differently. They have to feel differently. And it's so much easier to make the same choice every single day. And the hardest part about change is not making the same choice as you did the day before. And the moment you decide to make a different choice, you're going to feel uncomfortable because you're stepping from the known into the unknown. Consciously, we're always waiting for something out there in our life to change so that we can change. Or that's kind of a limited model of reality. I think when you start changing inside of you and you start seeing the changes happening outside of you, you go from being a victim in your life to being a creator of your life. You actually don't want the magic to end in your life. So there's probably a chronic disbelief that many of us have that we're not creators of our life. If my personality creates my personal reality, and my personality is made of how I think, how I act, and how I feel, if I want to create a new personal reality, a new life, I'm going to have to change my personality. And most people try to create a new reality as the same personality, and it doesn't work. We literally have to become someone else. Belief is just a thought I keep thinking over and over again. What thoughts do I want to fire and wire in my brain? And with attention and with intention, to begin to familiarize yourself with a new way of thinking. If you keep firing and wiring those circuits, you're going to begin to install the hardware. Repeat it enough times and it becomes a software program. That could be the new voice in your head that says, I can, it is possible. Let me teach my body emotionally what a future could actually feel like before it happens. If you keep doing it over and over again, you're going to start making more of those chemicals, and it's going to become easier for you to do it. It's going to become familiar to you, and that's exactly what meditation is, to become familiar with an old self, to know thyself, become so conscious of that unconscious self that you don't go unconscious to that self.